Healthy boundaries to me are mutually agreeable, they're realistic and they're achievable and they're sustainable as well.
Boundaries for me in providing support is being aware of myself. Like being someone that does have lived experiences of mental health, I can sometimes get triggered in supporting others. And for me, there needs to be a boundary of when I need to take care of myself.
Boundaries are really important when it comes to self-care and supporting other people. They can look really different depending on who you are and what you might need.
It's a part of self-care. It aligns with self-care so much that by having boundaries, you're able to, you can still continue to support that person. It doesn't mean that you're cutting them off. It's a boundary of taking care of yourself, that you can still continue to support that person.
So for me, it's about knowing yourself, knowing what your limits are. You wouldn't dive in to save someone drowning if you didn't know how to swim. So for me, it's more just a matter of knowing your limitations, avoiding burnout by not saying yes to everything, and keeping yourself strong so you can help others.
They're really important for being able to rest and decompress. Those are things that are really, really important. Boundaries also help other people know what to expect. So ultimately, they're really important when it comes to making healthy choices about yourself and the people around you.
Sometimes you just want to help everyone, and maybe you don't have the opportunity or energy to do it because you can't forget yourself. Because if you forget to take care of yourself, it will just bring you down instead of helping each other and helping yourself.
I've had to be mindful when supporting people that because I do have my own lived experience, I have to make sure that I'm not supporting people at a detriment to myself. Like I have to make sure I'm not giving too much of myself that it starts to negatively affect my mental health.
And also it's important to remind yourself that it's okay to say to someone that you're not okay to support them and that you can't actually do it right now. And just say to them, look, I'm not in the best place myself, but here's some numbers, maybe we can both call, we can do it together, or let's go see another friend and see how they're doing and see if they can help us.
The boundaries that I implement really depend on the individual and the relationship that I have with that individual, because it is about recognizing that everyone is different and every relationship calls for different boundaries.
So for me, when I'm implementing boundaries, one way that I've sort of done it in the past with a few people is that usually when you are supporting someone, sometimes you'll be getting text messages, like phone calls every day, or I'm calling them, they're calling me, and I can start to notice when I'm being a bit triggered or it's a bit too taxing. So one way I've done that is by dialing it back to text messages and just doing that for a few days, checking in with them that way. And that way boundaries aren't still cutting people off, it's just coming up with a way to take care of yourself.
The kinds of boundaries I implement are based on how I know I'll respond to something. So for example, if someone needs my help, I can suggest to them that they can call me anytime, day or night, but I'm not the person to take to the pub to have a drink with you. I think that's super important, letting someone know exactly what you can and can't do. It keeps you safe and it keeps them kind of feeling like you can care and can love them. If I find that someone is beyond my help or kind of beyond my wheelhouse of expertise, I will try with tact to kind of redirect them to someone who may be able to help them, whether that's a professional or another friend or something like that.
A really important boundary for me has been learning how to say no to things. So occasionally, if people come to me with lots of really cool ideas or projects or want me to take on extra work, I've really got to look at what my capacity is. And sometimes saying no to that, even if it's really, really difficult, is a healthy boundary.
An example of how I implement boundaries is setting my phone on Do Not Disturb at 10 o'clock every night. It obviously limits the amount that I'm on my phone, but it does set a clear boundary that after 10 o'clock, that's when I'm winding down and heading to bed.
Another really important boundary for me is getting off of social media every night. I've learned that I don't do well when I'm on social media until, midnight. So I get off of social media at a certain time every night and allow myself to decompress and rest.